Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I am Metaphysical Mia 33, and I'm so glad to have you here with me today. If you can hear me, please let me know in the chat before I go any further, because there are times when no one can hear me, no one can see me. So let's see here. All right, so I want to welcome you all here. I am Metaphysical Mia 33. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad to have you here with me today for this live tarot and oracle reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today. I feel the love and the light that each of you brings, and it really fills me with so much gratitude. You are all so important, and I am so thankful for your presence here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it here. If you are new here, let me know in the chat so I can give you a proper welcome. If you can hear me, please let me know in the chat. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. Hi, Dreamer DC Comics. You can hear and see. Awesome. Thank you so much for letting me know. Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue here. Excuse me, got a little tickle in my throat. All right, allow me just a moment to get a drink, you guys. I'm so sorry. One moment, please. Okay, I hope you guys didn't hear me coughing up all that. All right, so sorry about that. Sometimes when I do the sage and the Palo Santo, it gets to my lungs there and makes me get a little cough out there. So thanks so much for hanging with me. All right, so I do want to say thank you so much for being here again. And just a little bit about myself. I did homeschool my kids, and I love learning new stuff, and I love sharing new information with people. So I love sharing these messages with you guys all, and I love that you're all here with me. If you have a yes or no question, go ahead and drop it in the chat. We can check on love, career, finances, personal growth, healing, you name it, blockages, whatever it is that your heart desires. However, I will not be doing any readings on medical or legal advice, okay? So definitely reach out to a professional if needed, okay? So let's go ahead and ring the bell to call in our angels and spirit guides into this space. It's just like saying, hey there, come hang out with us, okay? So close your ears if you're sensitive. Thank you. All right, so just a little bit about me. I grew up with tarot with my mom and my aunts. They all had the tarot cards out. When most people are playing Uno and Twister or whatever, we had the tarot cards. So that is the life that I grew up with, and I wouldn't change it for anything. So again, my name is Metaphysical Mia 33. I am an intuitive reader, which basically means that I read the energy, the feelings, and the visuals. And once I tap into your energy and your vibes with your permission, of course, the cards are really just a tool. They're the messages that come from spirit and what I pick up through the energy and the intuition and the feeling. Sometimes I get a word or a picture in my head, and the cards really help me to explain it. And it's like the cards give me the visual, but the real message is what's coming from spirit, and the cards help me to put it into words. And I'm really feeling your energy and reading the inner energy around the cards, okay? Again, if you are a new subscriber, go ahead and let me know in the comments so I can give you a proper hello. All right, let's check the chat and see what we have here. All right, so we still have Dreamer DC Comics, and thank you so much for coming back. Welcome, welcome. I love that you're becoming a regular here. Welcome to the Lightworker League. So looks like you've been here a few days in a row. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. So Dreamer DC Comics wants to know, will Dreamer DC Comics get in the DC movies? Ooh, that's a great question. Let's go ahead and ask the tarot. Actually, no, let's go ahead and ask the oracle, and if I feel any other messages coming through, we'll go ahead and pull some tarot or other oracles for more information. Sound good? Okie dokie. Let's get to it, Dreamer DC Comics. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. Not you, the character. Dreamer DC says, not me, the character. Okay. Oh, we got one flying out. No, danger lurks, best to retreat. Okay, and I see, like, I don't know if you can see, like the armchair there. okay, and just like a lot of splashing with the waves there. And water usually represents emotions, and I'm feeling like I'm seeing like somebody just sitting there playing video games, or like somebody that needs to, like that armchair personality. I'm feeling like this is a feeling of get up and move, get up and do something. Like it can happen, but you need to get up and do something. You need to release like there's an emotion within you that needs to be released so that you can continue to move forward and make that happen. Okay, so it says danger lurks, best to retreat. So I'm feeling like it's time to just kind of take a step back and reevaluate what it is that needs to be done in order to have the Dreamer DC comics into the DC movies. I'm not quite familiar with the DC comics and the DC movies, to be honest with you. I know that it's a big thing, and I don't want to burst your bubble or anything like that. I don't watch TV, and I'm really not into the movies or anything. I am familiar with them. So Dreamer DC says, well, I have been in a deep depression and slump, and I've been playing a lot of video games. So okay, so that is the emotion, that is the card that perfectly represents here. So take this. I love that you're using your intuitive on this, okay, your intuition and your intuitive thoughts. So this card is really saying, so you know what, I'm feeling to pull out the Rider Waite for you, get a little bit more information on this for you, okay? All right, let's see here. And I'm so sorry that you've been in that depression. Let's see what Tarot has to say for that, okay? Because that's not a good feeling, and I want you to feel good and be happy and joyful and find your higher self and be on the path of life that you're supposed to be on, to be full of gratitude and abundance, okay? So let's crack into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say to help you on that path, okay, Dreamer DC Comics? Okay, look at what we got. We got the Magician there, okay? And then we got the the Nine of Swords, okay? So really okay, and yeah, and then we have, we got two cards, yeah, okay. So we have the Magician, the Nine of Swords. I don't know if you guys can see that there. The Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. So you can make this happen. It's going to happen. You have the power. So the Magician is all about, and this is a major arcana, and I know we've talked about that in previous shows, and I'll go ahead and go over the minor and major arcana later. So this is a major arcana, meaning that this is a lesson that you are in the midst of learning or going through, okay? And the Magician is all about you coming into your own power, you using all of the tools at your disposal to manifest and make things happen. Okay, so as above, so below. So you're going to take these tools, all the tools that you have, and you are going to make it happen. And that is your lesson here. Okay, you see the infinity symbol here. Okay, so you have infinite knowledge, you have infinite possibilities, infinite choices. Okay, so you have infinite power. Okay, and that's the Magician card here. Okay, and then we're going to move on here. We have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, and you know, I'm really feeling like when you were saying the depression, and that's really coming through in the cards here, and it's really the Four of Swords is really just telling you that you really need to take this time and reevaluate, take some time to yourself, and take a rest so that you can understand and know what you need to do to have this Magician, you know, to manifest. Okay, and here we have the Five of Swords, and this is like you're feeling. This is like you're overcoming, okay, like you're feeling this feeling of defeat, and this is like you've actually defeated, like you've got their swords. See, they laid down their swords here, okay, and like you've come out of that stupor, out of that depression, out of that time that you needed to take for yourself, and you overcame, and you're like a lot in your head, you're in your head a lot, and this is really just telling you that it's really time to take some solitude time for yourself so that you can reevaluate what's inside of your head. And maybe make a pros and cons list. It's time to really reevaluate. There's something that you need to really, something that you're overthinking, and it's time to put it on paper so that you can actually visualize it, so you can organize it. Okay, that's the message that I'm getting. And then here we have the Five of Pentacles, and it's that, if these people are in the cold, okay, they're hurt, they're hungry, they're feeling depression because they don't have what they need, what they want. But right behind them is that church, right? And if they just turn around and take a minute instead of keep moving forward and just take that pause and look up, they'll see, hey, we're at a church, we're at something that can help us, okay? So that is the Five of Pentacles there. And it's really this, I'm really feeling your depression, and I'm not going to label it depression because I am not a doctor, but I'm just going off of what you had mentioned earlier. I'm really feeling like you are, it's like you're just in your head, okay? It's like a feeling of overwhelmness, like there's just too much, and you're feeling like you're just dragging on, and like what's the point, right? But you have this purpose, and you have, the very first card that we got was the Magician, so you have the power. And I got like that He-Man, like you have the power, okay? So like just imagine yourself as He-Man, like you have the power, okay? Like you can make this happen. So you need to, there's something in your head that you're overthinking, and it's time to just kind of move forward from that. Release what no longer serves you so that you can manifest what this is that you want to happen about this, the DC coming into the movie, or, okay? So, you're overthinking it. So if this is something that you want to manifest, stay focused on your desire, okay? Because there's a lot of mental anguish in this reading here. Let's see what the potential outcome of this is. What is the potential outcome, please? What is the potential outcome, please? What is the potential outcome, please? Ooh. Transformation. Okay, so we got the Death card here, and that's just a transformation, and that's just showing that whatever this is that you manifested, or you're working on manifesting, it's going to cause this major shift, this major transformation in your life. Okay, so taking this time to realize what it is that you're overthinking, whatever it is that you keep focused that's not serving you, it's time to focus on what's going to serve you so that you can manifest it, so that you can, it's going to cause this great transformation. Okay, like I just see you coming out like very victorious. I see a lot of like, I want to say offerings. Like I'm feeling like there's something that you need to offer yourself, or there's something that you need to offer somebody else, or somebody's going to come to you with an offer. Okay, I just keep getting the word offer. Okay, but it is going to cause a great transformation. I know the Death card can be scary because of the word, but it's all about transformation and moving on to something bigger and better. Okay, all right. So I hope that gave you a little bit of clarity. I'm going to take a moment to check on the chat there, and we can always, tap into this. Okay, tomorrow or whatever. Okay, let me take a check at the chat here. Okay, thank you. I think it's really cool that you grew up. I did grow up, yeah. And it's not just depression, it's a whole twist and other things, which I realized is depression, but I wake up and cry and get mad, and I cry. What's He-Man? Sorry if I don't get that. I'm born in 2002 also, thanks. Okay, no, He-Man was he was also a comic character. He was a cartoon back in the 80s, and I think the 90s, because my son was born in the 90s. One of my sons. I have some kids born in the 2000s and some in the 90s. So you might want to look it up. It was a He-Man and Skeletor, I think his name was. So yeah, so you might enjoy it if you're into the DC Comics. Okay, so that might be something you want to look into. But yeah, that was just the vibe that I got from that card, was that He-Man energy. Okay, like you have the power to do what you need to do. It's all, you have that power. Nobody else has that power but you. Okay, all right, so let's see here. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do a quick Tarot 101. So if for anyone that is new watching the show, the channel here, Dreamer DC Comics says, "Oh, cool." Okay, so if you are new to tarot and oracle cards, here's a quick breakdown, okay? So the major arcana is, so the tarot is split into 78 cards, okay? Or sorry, there are 78 cards, and they're split into two sections. There's the major arcana, which is big life moments, and the minor arcana, which is like the day-to-day stuff. So like here is, let's find a major arcana like the Magician that we just had, and the Death card here. Those were major arcana. The High Priestess, this is a major arcana. And then like say the Ace of Cups, those are minor arcana, okay? So there are 4 suits. There's the Wands, the Cups, the Swords, and the Pentacles. So here's a Pentacles card. Here's a Cups card. Here's a Wands card. I'll put it up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. And I think we're just missing Wands, the Cups, the Swords. And here's a Swords cup, or a Swords cup, a Swords card. Okay, so those are the 4 suits, the Wands, the Cups, the Swords, and the Pentacles. I'll just keep doing this so you guys can kind of see some of them. And yeah, so the cups represent water. They're about emotions and feelings and relationships like love, friendships, or even moods. And then the wands represent fire, and they're about passion, creativity, energy, and action. So when you're fired up and starting something new, those cards may come out for you. Now the swords represent air, and they're about your thoughts and communication, about words, mental clarity, anything on your mind and stuff being said. So DC Dreamer Comics, or Dreamer DC Comics, got a lot of swords card in their reading. So they're really much in their head, okay? So they're needing that mental clarity. They're feeling overwhelmed, okay? So that is the swords cards, and there were a lot of swords there. So let's see here. So we have the pentacles. Here's the pentacles, the 4 of pentacles, okay? So the pentacles represent earth, and they're about real life situations. There you go. I'm trying to get it in so you guys can see. There we go. Okay. And the pentacles are about earth, and they're about that real life stuff like money, career, work, health, or home. Really about the physical stuff. So again, if you see those pop up, that's the area of your life that they're giving you the heads up about. Okay. And then we have oracle cards. Let me find a good set of oracle cards to show you here. Okay, here's a good set here we can go with. Okay, so here's some oracle cards. There's several decks to choose from. And the oracle cards are more free-flowing, okay? They give you the straight-up guidance, like a message from your higher self. They're kind of like a fortune cookie. That's what I always say. They don't follow any strict rules, okay? They really just give you the message that you need loud and clear, like miracles in the dark or the spirit of love, time to act, okay? So I love blending them together, the tarot and the oracle cards. I love using them together because together they give me, like the tarot gives me that depth and the detail, and the oracle cards really help me to keep the messages clear and supportive. So together they make it easier for me to connect with spirit and pass on whatever you need to hear, okay? So now that you're in the loop and hopefully learned a little bit about tarot today, let me take a second to check the chat and see what else we have here. All right. Thank you. Hi, Healer. Welcome. Thank you so much for moderating the chat today, the Healer. You are amazing. The Healer says, DC, check this out later, and put a link there. It's IMBD for He-Man, so you know, cool cartoon back in the day. And Dreamer DC says, thanks, the Healer. Also, hi. Okay, so I'm just reading it out because on the replay, sometimes the chat doesn't come through. So if they're watching the replay, they kind of know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And then the Healer says, no problem. Hello. The Dreamer DC says, well, my mom, call me back. I haven't met her since I was a baby and I was separated. And I was just wanting to know what she's going No, she's going to call me back this weekend since I got in contact. Oh, what a sweet, sweet, sweet question. Okay, wow. Congratulations on finding your mother. So that may be what you've been in your head about. Okay, that makes so much sense. So thank you for sharing that. Let's get a little bit more clarity on that for you, Dreamer DC. So Dreamer DC, will my mom call me back? I haven't met her since I was a baby and I was separated. I was just wanting to know how, no, she's going to call me back this weekend since I got in contact. Okay, so will Dreamer DC Comics mother contact them? Yes, your eyes are fully open, seeing what's possible. And look at that child there, okay? Just looking up, right? Just that innocence, okay? Just waiting, just that purity. Okay, so yes, yes, your mom will call you back. And oh, wow, the energy of this is just so precious. I feel like, and then on the note up there, I don't know if you guys can see that, there's that eye, and I feel like she's been with you all along, okay? Like she never really left you. She's been watching you, okay? Like, oh my gosh, this is so sweet. And then here we have a part of a face, and I feel like that could be your mom there, and just kind of over you, like, oh my gosh, this is such a sweet energy that I'm feeling right now. Oh, I love this. Wow, wow, wow. This is a very, very, very special feeling that I'm having for you right now, Dreamer DC Comics. This is so wonderful. Please keep us posted on that. The answer is yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wow. That was special. Thank you for sharing that with us. And if you don't mind letting us know how things go, because that was just such a pure energy that I was feeling. Wow. It's very special. Okay. So Dreamer DC, oh, says, thanks so much. You are so welcome. And oh my goodness, with all, oh, like I feel you. Oh, okay. Hi, Newbie Me. Welcome, welcome. Newbie Me says, oh my God, I'm getting chills. Newbie Me says, nice reading, Dreamer DC. Dreamer DC says, yes, I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. Please do, because wow, that was just the energy on that, like just pure angelic child, pure sweetness. That is just like, I just feel like she was always with you. That is wonderful. Okay, the healer says, that's great news. Good luck with that, DC. Okay, any other questions? Newbie Me, do you have any questions for us today? I'm just hanging out, and I'm not working right now. I'm in between what I call contracts. I'm an independent contractor, so I try to come on here when I can if I'm not traveling, or if I'm in between contracts, I can come on here more on a daily, on a day-to-day. I'm trying to do more lives for you guys. And I am still working on the shining, like a deconstructive of the tarot, in the sense of what cards represent which scenes and characters and why. So that way it will help to help connect. Sometimes seeing things, excuse me, sometimes seeing things in, or hearing things, or understanding things in relation to something else, especially with the tarot cards, can help you to understand the tarot cards a little more. Plus, I love The Shining, and there's so many layers to it, and oh my gosh, it's taking me a while to do it, but I really want to do it justice. So, and I really want it to be enjoyable for everybody. Okay, so the healer says, that's great. Good. Okay, read that. And Dreamer DC says, thanks. And John Cena followed. Yes, John Cena followed me. Yeah, I was tripping out on that when I found that out. Yeah, that was really, really interesting. That was not expected. And it took me a minute to process, like, what? But I'm not going to let it get to my head, because that's all ego, and I'm going to release that. But I am grateful for every single follow, every single subscriber, every single like, every single comment. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. So make sure to like this video. Make sure to check out other videos. I have some timeless tarot readings. If there may be something in there that speaks to one of you, they are timeless, so they'll find you when you are meant to. Hey, Hatchet Boys! Hatchet Boy says, hey everyone, welcome back there. Okay, so if anyone has any other questions, I'll be more than happy to ask Spirit. If not, that's totally okay. I can just do a general reading for the collective, or excuse me, uh, or just a little, let's see, we're getting some stuff coming through here. The healer, I actually met my sister when I was 14 and she was 18. She was adopted at birth and found my dad when she became an adult through the adoption agency. It was a very exciting time in my life. Wow, that's so cool, the healer. And Newbie Me, may I have a spirit message? Newbie Me, thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your excuse me, into your energy. Okay, what cards? What cards? Okay, first, you know what? Let's see. I'm feeling who is going to be working with us with Newbie Me, please. Who will be working with us for this reading for Newbie Me, please? Who will be working with us for Newbie Me, please? Who will be with us today? Thank you. Archangel Mary, open your heart with compassion and fold others in love. Okay, so that's who's working with us today, which doesn't surprise me since we have that whole motherly reading earlier with Dreamer DC Comics, right? Okay, so let me see here. What am I feeling? What am I feeling? I keep being drawn to the light seers for you, Newbie Me. Okay, let's see what Spirit has to say for Newbie Me. Excuse me. Okay. And thank you so much. Oh, wow, that one went flying. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your... Oh, wow. These are just like on a rampage for ya. All right, we got... Ooh, we got a few cards for you here. But it ends in... Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let me scoot these over so we can kind of see. Okay. The Hangman in reverse. Okay. Okay, so Spirit is speaking really loudly right now. Okay, so your energy is really strong. So thank you so much for allowing me to tap in. I can really feel that. Okay, so excuse me. Let me take a second just to review the spread here because there's a lot of major arcanas here. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. So I'm feeling like there's someone in your life, like I'm feeling like a teenager, somebody younger than you, somebody I'm seeing like with sunflowers, somebody that has like that happy-go-lucky spirit, but it's kind of like you've been trying to tell them something and they're just not grasping the concept. Like you are just trying to tell them or they're trying to tell you, and like there's like this unfortunate miscommunication, but it has to do with finances. Okay, it has to do with something of this earthly realm, something to do, might even be something to do with like something to do with the body, like a piercing, or like there's something with this, there's like a misunderstanding or like a frustration between you and a younger person. There's a message, someone like I'm feeling like a, not an argument, but just a disagreement or a frustration, and you're not seeing eye to eye on something, on this communication. Okay, and then we have the moon here, and yeah, so yeah, I'm feeling like you're feeling. Okay, so this person is being deceptive about. Yes, so this person is being deceptive about what it is, what they really want, or what they're really doing. And it's going to throw you, but you're just going to go with it. Yeah, and then we have the Hangman in reverse, and it's going to kind of cause you to be, this is like a crazy reading. It's not really like, there's not a lot of emotions involved. It's kind of like I'm feeling like this strict, stern, like you need to, you're just like, okay, whatever, do what you're gonna do. It is what it is. Yeah, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So yeah, you're just kind of going with it, and it's gonna happen. Whatever it is that this is in, that you're having a situation with, it's going to happen, okay? And you're just kind of like you're going to sit in it and be like, well, what am I going to do about it? And then you're going to come to this realization, well, there's really nothing I could have done about it anyways. It is what it is. And I'm really feeling like, I think I have the Six of Cups. So yeah, this is a crazy, crazy reading. Wow, let me get a little more. Let me get a little more on that, because this is like really throwing me here. Because Spirit is like kind of shouting at me right now. Like there's like I'm feeling like you're kind of feeling like what it could have been. Okay, you keep thinking like what it could have been. What was it supposed to be? What could it have been? But we end with the wheel here, so it's going to happen, and it's going to. You're just gonna kind of roll with it. You're kind of, like the Wheel of Fortune is all about the ebbs and flows, the highs and lows, right? And we got another card, and the King of Wands. So yeah, you're just gonna be sitting in it, and you're gonna be like it's just kind of confirming the wheel there. Okay, just kind of like you're just gonna accept it. It's like I said, I'm not feeling like there's a lot of emotion in it. I'm feeling like you're just like, whatevs. It is what it is. Like I said what I said. They said what they said. And I'm feeling like it's like like it's something to do with the body. Something to do with the body, or could even be like the body of conscious. Let me see. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, then we have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, something very passionate, but not emotional, but you're just kind of like, whatever. That's just the vibe of this whole reading. It's just like, I said what I said. I meant what I meant. And there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just going to deal with it. And now you're like sitting in the King of Wands and Knight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, and you're just kind of rolling with it, and it is what it is, and you're just kind of like letting it roll off your back, like there's nothing I could have done about it, so it is what it is. Like that's just the total vibe of this. But it has to do with someone younger than you. It might be someone that you work with. It might be, I don't know if you have any children. It might be one of your children's friends. And what else? Okay, you know what? I am going to. All right, let me get some little clarity on this, because this is just so bizarre. Like it's just like a whatever reading, like just like whatever. There's like they're gonna do it because the moon there's some like they're gonna deceive you, kind of go behind your back to do whatever it is that you advised against. Okay, and whatever it is, what is this? What is this, please? Can you share what else does newbie me need to know? This is so fascinating. It's just like such a whatever. That is just the whole vibe of this. Like, whatever. I did what I did. Said what I said. Is what it is. What is this? What is this, please? What is this, please? What is newbie? Thank you. Harmony. Laughter. Okay, numbing. Okay. Yeah. Let me see here. Oops, I'm all twisted here. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I was kind of a little boring right now. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, so laughter. Yeah, you're just laughing it off. Like, whatever, just to keep the peace. Okay, and this person is doing whatever they're doing to kind of keep themselves happy. It's kind of like it's a selfish thing, but you're just like, it's not going to affect me, so it is what it is. What can I do? That is just totally the vibe of this. So you know what it is, and if it hasn't happened yet, I feel like it's going to happen, and you're going to just be like, whatever. And it's definitely going to happen, because we've got all these major arcanas right here, So, I mean, we've got the Hangman, the Moon, and the Wheel. Okay, so it's definitely something that's going to happen. They're going to like deceive you. They're going to go behind your back. They're going to do whatever they're going to do anyways. And you're just going to like kind of whatever. Just roll with it. It is what it is. Okay, wow, that was a really interesting vibe. Just like whatevs. I feel like you have one of those energies that's just like really chill and just go with the flow, and like, I don't care. I'm going to live my life and be myself and do what I do, say what I say, and that's that. That was the total vibe of that whole reading. Okay, let's check and see the chat here. Okay, Dreamer DC says, what that message reminds me of, that movie where she gets a tattoo and a piercing and her mom's all upset. I don't know that movie. Again, I don't watch movies and stuff. I really don't watch much movies or stuff anymore. Like, I haven't watched TV in years. There's a few things I've watched here and there, but it's very rare. But anyways, enough about me. And then Newbie Me says, that's my mom. Her name is Mary. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love that. Okay. So you're, okay. I love that. Wow. That's what I've said to my kids. Newbie Me says, I'm learning to go with the ebbs and flows. Yes, and that was that whole reading, like you're learning, okay? And those were the lessons. The major arcanas are lessons, right? So those are the lessons. So release if it doesn't serve you, if it's just going to cause you stress and anxiety and worry, frustration, whatever. Think about, like, how is it really going to affect me? How does it affect my day to day? Is it really going to affect you? Because if it doesn't, let it go, okay? And you have the Archangel Mary here to kind of remind you, okay? So that is awesome. Love that. Okay, so yeah, so there's something that's like your kids or something that you just remember, just whatever, you can only do what you can do, right? Okay, all right. So Dreamer DC Comics wants to know, can you channel my grandma? I can. I can. I'm not feeling in the energy to do it right now, to be honest with you, Dreamer DC. I'm not. Let me think about this for a minute. So my first feeling was not now. It doesn't mean not ever, but I'm not feeling it right now. Okay. And again, I am intuitive and I'm feeling that right now is not the time. Okay. And I don't mean any offense, and it doesn't mean that we can't tap into this in the future. I'd be more than happy to, but as of right now, I'm feeling that now is not the time. Okay, okay. Dreamer DC Comics says, okay. But yes, I can and I will in the future, but today is not the day. I'm really not feeling that whatever it is, like, again, I'm intuitive and now is not the time. So we can definitely do it in the future if that sounds cool. Okay. All righty. All right. So should we just do a general, you guys? We'll go ahead and do a little general reading, or if anyone else has any questions. And oh, and you guys, you know what? Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, which you guys already know, but only take what resonates and clicks. If it doesn't feel right, leave it. Don't twist any messages to make it fit, because you have that free will, right? You always have that free will. The cards are a reflection, like a mirror. They're not a rule book. So remember to take what resonates and feels right for you and leave the rest behind, because taking on information that doesn't belong to you can create confusion and might not be helpful for your path, okay? And remember, tips are never expected. So much appreciated, and you know who you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your tips. I appreciate you so much, and they really help to support the channel and help the good vibes going. I am not monetized, and I really do this out of the kindness of my heart, because I know that not everybody can afford to get these readings done, and eventually, hopefully, my channel will be monetized, and I would be completely happy with just that, and just help knowing that I'm helping others and align with their higher self and their true path. And in the event that you do want to donate, my Cash App is Metaphysical Mia 33 if you feel so inclined as to tip. They're not expected. Just smashing that like button and hitting that notification bell, subscribing, all that good stuff really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Okay, Hatchet Boy says, can I have a spirit message? Yes, of course you can. Yes, for my regulars, always. Newbie Me, Hatchet Boys, yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's see. Hatchet Boys, Hatchet Boys, Hatchet Boys. I am being drawn to... Okay, to the reversal right away. Okay, what message do you have for the Hatchet Boys, please? What message do you have for the Hatchet Boys, please? Thank you so much, Hatchet Boys, for allowing me to tap into your energy. What message do you... Thank you. Oh, we got strength. Oh, strength in the Hermit. Okay, so we'll just do a quick past, present, future for you, okay? Okay, so we got the strength in reverse, and we have the Hermit. Actually, no, sorry, the strength in, oops, we have strength in the right way and Hermit straight up. Let's see, what about potential future? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. The Five of Swords. Okay. So, Hatchet Boys, excuse me. So, because I know your history, and that is actually what I'm feeling right now, you are going through or went through, still currently, it can be up to the next few weeks, few months. This is your past current and energy. It's that strength, that courage, that patience, that you've gone through something that is really tough, that really you needed to tap into your strength to keep going, right? Like just to keep moving forward, you really had to tap into that. And I'm feeling like there was a moment that you were really confused and you had that aha, I need to stay strong, but it wasn't, you need to stay strong for yourself, but I feel like you was more like you needed to stay strong for somebody else. Okay. And then we have the hermit mode here. I always say hermit mode. It's just the way that I do. Okay. So you are currently in the hermit mode. Like you are trying to find that light on your path. Like you are trying, you're taking that time, that solitude, that space, that mourning, right? You're taking that time to grieve. You're taking that time to do what is healthy for you so that you can get past what it is that caused, for those of you that are part of the channel, understand what I'm talking about. So this has caused you to reignite that strength in you, okay? This fire in you, this passion, this courage, okay? And I feel like it was this what happened, but also it brought that light to you, like that aha, this is what I'm here to do. I'm redirecting my life path. I'm redirecting my thoughts. I'm redirecting how I see things. And that is where you're at right now. Okay. Like you are reevaluating your whole life because of what has happened that caused you to gain that courage and that strength. Okay. And then in your potential future, we have the Five of Swords. Okay. And I'm feeling like there's still some shadow work that needs to be done, but it has nothing to do with these cards here. I'm feeling like there's something in the future that you haven't released from now, from previous to all of this, that's still needing to be dealt with here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, what is this that needs to be released? What is it that Hatchet Boys needs to release, please? Okay, so we got the Star in reverse. Okay, so there's an ego. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, so there's an ego. There's an ego system there. There's something with your ego that needs to be released, that you built that courage. But there's still something in your ego that needs to be released. But let me get these cards here. And you know what? I'm feeling this. Oh, well, that came out right away. Do it your way. You were never meant to fit in. You were born to be wild, free force of nature, here to build new and better worlds. Allow yourself to go and do that. Okay, so yeah, so release your ego. There's some shadow work that needs to be done. There's something that you haven't dealt with, but it has nothing to do, again, it has nothing to do with where you had to kind of, chin up, you had to stay strong for something, but it has nothing to do with this ego part here, okay? So fulfillment. You don't need anyone's approval to pursue and fulfill your purpose. Embrace your unique journey and trust that it's leading you where you need to go. So yeah, so that's with the Hermit there, okay? So that's where you're at now. You're realizing that you are on this whole new path. What has happened to you in the past is putting you in this hermit mode where you're kind of reevaluating life itself. Like you're starting to put the pieces in the puzzles together, the pieces of the puzzle together. Let's get one more here. What else? Oops, they're all turned around. What is it? What else is it? And I'd like to get, oh, it went on the floor. We got 3 on the floor here. So you guys know what that means. Red flagged. Lift off, fast action, progression forward. The wait is over. Red flagged, warning signs, take heed, risky situation. Okay, and then we have detective, snooping, digging for dirt, accusations. There's something here. There's something here in your potential future, and I'm feeling like it might have something to do, I'm going to say legal. Again, don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm feeling like it has to do with something legal, something that's someone's like spying on you, trying to get dirt on you so they could use it against you. So now is the time to lay low. Don't let them get any of that dirt on you, okay? Because show them that you are this new person and you've had this revelation and you are not the person that you used to be. You've learned how to tame that lion. Right? That's what the strength card is doing here. She's taming that lion. And you've learned to tame that lion. And this person here that's trying to like get this juice on you, they're not going to get it because you understand now. You've taken that time to figure it out and figure out how to do this life and your this path that you're on. And now is time to just lay low and don't give it to them. I hope that made sense. Again, don't shoot the messenger. This is just what spirit is telling me. Okay. So yes, you're definitely, there's someone that is looking at you, trying to get in from, like trying to dig up dirt on you for some reason to hold it against you. Let me just, what is the potential outcome for that, please? What is the potential outcome for that, please? What is the potential outcome for this whole person trying to dig up dirt here? And then we get the death card. Yeah, no, they're not, you're not giving it to them because you've had, death is transformation. You've transformed. Okay. You're transforming. Oh my gosh, I just got that song. I don't know why, what is going on with me in 80s cartoons, but and this is so not like me, but I'm telling you, it's just how it works. So I got that Transformers, robots in disguise. That's totally what I got with this card. Oh my God. Okay. So yeah, so you've transformed. Okay. So you are completely, they're not going to get that dirt on you because you've transformed. You're not the same person that they thought you were or that you used to be. You've taken that time to become this new person. Wow. That was really interesting. I haven't heard, I don't even know why that song came. I mean, I know why, but I mean, like, that's super funny. Okay. I crack myself up sometimes. All right, as you guys know, I'm quirky, I'm dorky, and I'm me, so whatever. All right, thank you so much, Hatchet Boys, for allowing me to tap into your energy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for helping to moderate the chat there. I'm just going to put these cards back here. Ooh, and I got someone else. There must be a message for someone else because I've got another energy with me here. Okay, let's say Hatchet Boys is nice. You are so very welcome. You're very, very welcome. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be here tomorrow. I'm in between contracts right now, so I plan to be here in daily at 3:33 Monday through Friday for the next probably this week and probably next week as well. And then I'll be here 9:33 Pacific time AM on Saturday mornings when I can. Alrighty, so I do, again, thank you so much, you guys, for being here with me today, whether you caught this live or the replay. Your vibe adds definitely so much fun to this space, and I love that you guys are here with me today. I also want to just remind you guys that I do have other videos on spiritual awakening, metaphysical topics, and tarot readings right here on my channel. If you are curious about connecting with your higher self, learning about energy, or exploring the spiritual side of life, you'll definitely find some really informational, really fun videos that might speak to you. I have some timeless tarot, stuff like that. I also share some tips and guidance and tools for navigating your spiritual path, stuff to learn about how to read tarot. If that sounds like something you'd enjoy, definitely make sure to check them out after this live. Please smash the like buttons on every single video that you guys see because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Please, please, please. please. I'm begging. I sound horrible, but it really helps. So remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell. All right. Well, before we go, let's lock this positive energy in with some affirmations. All right. Let me get an affirmation card here. Let's do sweet ass affirmations today, huh? Oh, and this one just came popping out before I even had a chance to even pull the whole deck out. As I unlearn all that I know, my fire grows, my truth glows. Listen to others, but never believe them. They mostly regurgitate piles of shit taught to them by external constructs and illusions that are not of their truth either. Listening will help you reflect where you are in your journey, but never buy into someone else's truth if it doesn't align with yours. Likewise, do not force your truth onto others because for them, your story is not true. Underneath the illusions, you are a pure channel of source energy and divine creativity. When you play in your fire or your truth, you'll inspire others by being in your power. This may help them discover their own fire too. Then you can hold hands and dance around the flames in your birthday suit at 3 a.m. completely sober, annoying the piss out of your gossipy neighbors who secretly want to be naked and free with you too. All right, so that's a fun one. All right, so remember to keep an open mind, stay positive, stay curious, and stay connected. I'm going to leave you guys in the frequency of love. Love you guys. Oh, Newbie Me says, love it. No regurgitation of the stuff that doesn't align with me. Good night, Hatchet Boys. Bye, you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys. Bye.